hello, and welcome to another video. Now, I know I've been gone for a while if you're watching this because I'm shadow banned to shit, so I wouldn't be surprised if you don't even get the video. But if you're watching and you're tuning in, you've been anticipating, appreciate you, I love you. And I know I said this shit the last time, but I for sure got some more shit on the way. I'm not capping this time. Got caught up with life, working all that shit, whole bunch of shit, but I'm here now. So as you see the title correctly, and you see what's in front of your face, you know, today it's going to be a quick breakdown, but we're going to be talking about this whole poop shitty and coochie main ritual. Of course, it's a ritual. I'm when I get through this video, I'm gonna show you why and how and explain it. But yeah. So I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. Let's get straight into it. Now, interesting enough is the news broke on April 2nd. I'm gonna show you why that's very important. But the news broke on April 2nd that supposedly Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, and whatever other niggas he got with him, supposedly robbed Gucci Man and Gucci Man. What the fuck? They robbed Gucci Mane because of a contract dispute or some stupid shit. They make them the most dumbest shit, but these fucking sheep are gonna believe it. So not surprising. But I'm actually glad to be reporting on something that's not somebody dying, because usually when I'm making these type of videos, it's about somebody that died. So I'm actually glad that nobody died. I'm actually happy about that. But going off, getting back on track, getting back to the schedule. Supposedly, Gucci Man was robbed January 10th, but they didn't break the news till April 2nd, which is pretty funny because if somebody robbing you, you're this big millionaire rapper allegedly, you would, it's pretty strange that you would wait 3 whole months to come out and say you got robbed. And we all know it's a ritual. We all know it's a ritual. I'm about to show you why. Now, according to reports, Pooh Shiesty and 8 others, so it would make 9. Altogether 9 men committed this robbery. They didn't just rob Gucci, but they robbed whoever was on Gucci's team and whoever else, everybody that was in that building. So, allegedly, these 9 men robbed everybody in Dallas, Texas, January 10th, 2026. Pretty weird you would wait 3 months to come out with this shit, but I guess. Now, interesting that when you spell out the word 9, N-I-N-E, when you spell it out, it equals 42. And, it's a whole math thing, goes in, 369. That's a whole nother topic I can get into. So, not cause myself on a tangent, I'm just stick to this. So, allegedly, 9 men robbed Gucci Man and, took his jewelry, took his belongings and all that shit, and they waited 3 months to come out with it. Right? Why, 42, 9, if you know about the work, then you know what I'm about to talk about. And if you're new to this is Gematria. It is the ancient, let me say that again. It's the ancient practice of coding letters into words. This practice has been around longer than Christianity was formed, longer than Islam was formed, and it's a Jewish practice, kind of, but not really. I guess they're the ones that put this, or whatnot. It's a Jewish practice though, so it's a very ancient, old practice, and this English language is a code. This English language was created with a code. That's why there's so many words that are spelled differently, or so many words that are pretty much the same word, but they have completely different meanings, like the word black. We can get into that another time. But getting back on topic, we already covered that. Now, interesting that, the number 42 is very synonymous with quote unquote black history. Words like nigger equals 42. in the reduction cipher. Blacks equal 42 in the reverse reduction cipher. February equals 42. You know, the month of quote unquote a Black History Month equals 42. Kamala, who was supposedly, I guess, going to be the first quote unquote black president, I guess, all that shit. And, you know, realistically, you know, nobody's black. That shit is made up. That shit is really derogatory to call yourself fucking black because nobody's skin is fucking black. But yet everybody's brainwashing to call themselves black. It lets you know, judge it or they know what they're doing. Malcolm X, Martin, slavery, white man, and this isn't even all of it. I got a whole list I could show you if I wanted to of words that equal 42. But this is just, you know, just giving you, just cleansing your palate so you know you can understand what this is, and you know the English, you know, you feel me. But let's keep moving. Now, this alleged robbery happened January 10th, 2026, which just so happened to be 33 days before Gucci Mane's birthday. Gucci Man, yeah, I'm gonna keep saying that. Gucci Man, Gucci Man, Gucci Man, Gucci Man's birthday. It was 33 days before his birthday. Words like secrecy, 33, masonry, 33, orders, 33, and police, 33. And you know, Jesus dying at 33, you have 33 vertebrae, and you know, that Jesus juice shoots up. What's his the 33rd hits your brain and activate. You know, if you know, you know. But this clearly shows this is a Masonic ritual, because the Masons are though really the only people who love the number 33 like that. So you know, it just shows who fingerprinted behind it. Now, interesting that Gucci Man's birthday, February 12th, is the day that leaves 322 days in a year. Right? Also very interesting to note that from the day this robbery allegedly happened to the day the news was broke was exactly, and you can see it's no end date added. It was exactly 2 months and 23 days. Just to show you it's a skull and bones ritual. Don't know what to say on that one, but yeah. And I forgot to mention too. It happened. I didn't forget to mention, but I'm bringing it up again. It happened April 2nd, 4/2. And every year you can go back. You can go on Zach's channel. Shout out to Zach too, because I used his video for a blueprint and I added a couple more things. As you can see, I added a couple more things. But shout out to Zach. You feel me? Shout out to Zach for you know, keep going with the work for so long. But if you go on Zach's channel and you just scroll every year, there's always some type of quote unquote black shaming ritual on April 2nd. If it's not in Black History Month, it's always going to be April 2nd, because you know at 4/2, you see that 4/2. But moving forward, words like I was hold on, better if I should show you. I was meant to put race, but I accidentally. I'll just show you right here. But race, as you see right there in that reverse cycle, equals 81. And of course, this is a race ritual. And interesting to note that 9 is the square root of 81. So it just goes to show that this was perfectly coordinated. 9 is the square root of 81. And 81 equals ritual and race. Just have to, you know, clarify it. Just have to clarify, because I know it's gonna be some fuck boys watching. I know it's gonna be some profane ass niggas watching. So I just had to put the work right there. Right, let's keep moving. Also, then so I forget, but it was something else that broke on April 1st. This is why it says April 1st instead of April 2nd. I have to go back, but from when the alleged robbery happened to when that news broke, the first time, the day before April 2nd, was 81 days. You see how this works. Let's keep going. This isn't going to be a. I don't have that many slides. Interesting enough, again, that Gucci Man's Gucci Man's his actual name, his birth name, his first and his last name equals 81, just like Poop Shitty's first and last name equals 81 as well. Just to show you again, this is a perfectly coordinated ritual. It's just like clockwork, bro. They do it all year round. It never stops. It never stops. And once you know what to look for and you know how to calculate and see things, it all makes sense. Now, this happened in Dallas, which equals 113. Why might that be important, you add? Well, if you're very familiar with the game, you're very familiar with the knowledge, you already know where I'm about to go. But Dallas 113, you know, 113 is the number of dishonesty. It goes back to Bava Kama 113. Essentially that scripture, or yeah, essentially that scripture is talking about how it's okay for a Jewish person to lie to a goyim. Is basically what it says. Bava Kama 113. So words that have to do with lying and deception, like bullshit, perjury, puppets, bootleg, hell, even the number 4 dishonesty equals 311 and 113, mainstream, not true, fiction, all equal 113. All words having to do with deceiving and lying, or just not being honest with people. All equal 113. Moving forward, now going into this being a race ritual again. Pooh Shiesty, he had got out of prison in 2025 from a 63-month bid. 5 year and 3 months. As you can see, racism equals 63 as well. Showing again, this is a race ritual. And this system, this code, which dates back to Kabbalah, people in the highest places practice it. So a lot of people might think this is stupid. They might think it's conspiratorial, tinfoil hat shit, whatever bullshit niggas can muster out their mouths. But it's people in the government that use it. It's people in the military that use it. It's people in high places. People who own these major companies use it, and that's pretty evident because they the people in stocks use it. You feel me? So you might think it's whatever. But the billionaires who you're feeding they're profiting from you, and they're ciphering your energy. They know it. They know it's real. They know they know what it's about. You just don't. Not the person watching and taking this in. You on the right path, but you fucking sheep. You know exactly who you are. Now it's interesting to point out, but when I took the screenshot, it's funny. It was actually 1017, which I thought was pretty funny. But moving forward, that's Gucci Man's label. But moving forward, now if we take even from Pooh Shiesty's birthday, which is April 8th, or not April 8th, I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. November 8th to January 10th. We take his birthday to the day he supposedly robbed Gucci Mane. It's exactly 63 days. So it seems like to me, whoever Pooh Shiesty handler is, whoever his manager is, whoever in his label is, they perfectly coordinate this shit. Now, Poop Shitty he probably didn't even do this shit. He probably did. Who knows? It don't matter at the end of the day because it's all a ritual. They're pretty much, basically they're all doing this shit so they can reinforce these stereotypes, and they can keep this fucking dumbass black and white checkerboard Masonic floor bullshit going that they've been doing for the longest time, and some of these niggas keep falling under, people in my family included. But moving forward, yeah, also April Fool's Day, the day the news broke, April Fool's Day equals 63 as well. Now, we're getting to the end of this. So let's get through it. This is going to be very short. Very interesting to note though, but his birthday, November 8th, which you can write out 118, Dallas, Texas equals 118. So this was perfectly coordinated. They knew, like, how can I say this? They pretty much coordinated when they were going to let him out of jail, how long they were going to let him do his shit, where, certain interviews and shit, and where they wanted this to take place. This was a perfectly coordinated sequence, as I just showed. Let's keep moving. Now we're just gonna go through this because I only got like 3 slides on this. But so the sacrifice. So long story short, before Pooh Shiesty blew up, after he dropped Back in Blood and he dropped a shitty season, his brother had died, and crazy enough, his brother, he didn't get fucking shot, but he died of brain cancer. Let's keep going. Let's just show it. Now, his brother's name, Terrence Henderson, equals 83 in the reduction cipher. And if you're very familiar with this knowledge, you already know where this is going. But, death, which is the reflection of 83. Rapper, which his brother was, which he is, the reflection of 83 again, 38. RIP, 38. Murder itself, 83, 38. Now, he wasn't murdered, I guess to our knowledge, but, who knows? Who knows? Like, how these people die may not be true, but the fact that they're dead is. So, there's that. And going on the last slide. Now, also with this is very interesting too. Now, the first reports reported that he died February 27th, but if you look on Google right now, and you look at everything, now it's changed to February 28th. So that's just Google doing their shit, following their orders. But from Pooh Shiesty's birthday to the day his brother died was exactly, you see no end date added, exactly 111 days. Just like how his brother's rap name equals 111. And, if you didn't know, any word that equals 111 in either the ordinal or the reverse cipher is always going to equal 666 in Sumerian, because Sumerian is the English language times by 6. So just feel like I need to add that. But this was just a quick breakdown I wanted to talk about. I wanted to get another video out, let you guys know I'm still alive and I'm still here. Nobody did nothing to me. So I'm cooking up another video for you guys, so stay tuned. I have a couple more videos I have to do, a couple of requests I haven't gotten to. I know it's been so fucking long. I need to be slapped for that, but I'm gonna get those out the way. For the people that requested them, I got you guys. Look into it. I gotta forget his name, but he requested me to look into Brian Pillman's death, because ironically, Brian Pillman, this is in wrestling, but Brian Pillman died right before Stone Cold could blow up. So I'll look into that and the other requests. But if you like this video, pump this through the algorithm and whatnot. And yeah, hello.